Hello everyone, it's great to be here on AXI. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Angela Szucs and today I'm going to talk about how to establish an online business, an online presence for your business. We all more or less know how to do it in the physical world, but how to do in the digital world, that's a different thing. So first of all, I would like to talk a little bit about my background. I was born and raised in Hungary, and probably because of my age, I've been always interested in technology and digital related matters. Even though I have worked in quite different industries and positions, website and software related tasks are always a big part of my job. After a couple of years of detour in my career, I finally find my passion in Cyprus while working for a tour operator, organizing holidays, and of course project managing their website and working closely with their in-house development team. After all, it seemed completely natural to combine my strength and passion, so I started freelancing as a project manager mainly for Swiss and German tour operators. While I really enjoyed learning everything about complex booking systems and took care of all website development related tasks, I knew that I wanted to deepen my academic knowledge as well. I chose to learn tourism and product management, and I graduated from ACODYNA University as an economist with excellent clarifications. I wrote my thesis about global trends of tourism and the position of travel agencies in the digital age, so the virtual world was pretty much part of my studies too. After freelancing for more than 5 years, I found the courage to establish my own digital agency with my husband, and we named it ACODYNA. So we all know how to set up a business in the physical world. We know that we need an accountant, we need a business plan, we need a trading name, logo, branding perhaps. But today I would like to talk you through how to set up the digital version of your business. So basically how to establish your online presence. I put together this presentation based on what people usually ask me and what they usually find helpful. A website, social media, SEO can be all part of your online presence strategy. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about websites. To have a website, first you need to get a domain name and a hosting service. Domain is the actual name of your website. You usually purchase it for a year or for 2, and you have to annually renew it. Hosting is basically where your website lives. There are many different hosting providers. Their service is payable monthly or yearly. Choosing a good hosting provider is essential for your business. You also need to decide which platform to use for your website. Is it Wix, WordPress, Shopify, Squarespace, and so on, just to mention the most popular ones. Some of these providers also have domain and hosting in their packages, so it's worth to have a look before you make your decision. Each platform has its advantages and disadvantages, so you really need to know what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve it before making your final decision. So having a website is only one part of your online presence. We usually recommend our clients to get a Google My Business account, which is completely free and helps with the listing of your website in Google. You can do the same with Bing Places on Bing, and it's a great way to be listed on Bing as well. It's also time to set up your social media channels. There are plenty of them, so it's worth to check with your audience what they usually use, and you can make decisions based on that. So once you have your website, you set up your social media channels. The other very important thing is credibility. So always ask for reviews from your clients. You can ask this for your social media channels, for your Facebook page, for example, or for your Google My Business page, and then you can integrate them to your website. So it's very important that when the user arrives to your website, that they will see you have reviews from genuine sources and from real people. So the other thing you have to make sure that your website is useful. So many people tell me that they have a website, but they don't find it useful. They don't get business through it, and they don't know what it is for actually. Having a website is only makes sense if it fulfills its purpose. So this can be marketing. For example, if you have a brochure website and you just want to let the world to know about you, it's very important that it will fulfill its purpose. It can also help you with simplifying your workflows. For example, if you have a booking and payment system on your website, your customers can pay and book directly there. So then you will not have to check your bank account for incoming payments. You don't have to manually issue invoices. The system will take care everything for you. Or it can also provide effective solution for your users. So, for example, if you have a web shop, clients go there and they can effectively search, purchase and pay for their products, and then it gets delivered to their door. So you can also combine all these three and you will have a very useful website. Many people then ask me, which is the next step, that if they have a website, will they appear on the first page of Google? So unfortunately, the answer is a big fat no. The next step is that traffic has to be generated to the website. There are many things you can do yourself. You can do some things offline, for example, talk about your website on networking or mention this to people. You can put your website URL on printed marketing materials, but this is not as effective as you would do it online. So we already mentioned Google My Business. That's a very, very helpful step for your traffic. And of course, social media. When you do your social media post, you want to finish it with a call to action that directs traffic to your website. But it is also helpful to get the help of a professional, for example, a social media expert. Who can help you with many things. For example, to do a strategy to grow your audience and your engagement. The biggest challenge is here how to gain more followers, and once you did that, how to shake them up to engage with your content. On the other hand, your social media profile also has to engage with other related contents. So you have to kind of make a conversation on the chosen social media channel. The other very important thing is SEO, or search engine optimization. With the help of an expert, you can work out a strategy that will give you the desired results. Your website will rank higher on Google, and therefore you can get more business. An SEO strategy is a complex thing, and it's not something done once. It has to be an ongoing process and has to be maintained regularly. The SEO expert will check the structure and the content of your website and will provide regularly new content, for example, blog posts for it, and will make sure that your business listing details are the same everywhere, and will help you building your backlinks, which means that other reliable websites will have a mention of your website URL. There are also paid advertisement options, both on Google and on social media platforms as well, but it's best to find an expert to do this for you, other than you might just be wasting your money. So what's next to stand out? So there is one way to stand out. It's called augmented reality, which places virtual elements in the reality around us using a smart device. AR can be used for many different purposes and in many different industries, but just to mention a few: education, healthcare, interior design, or product presentation. For example, in education, imagine that your students can move their smart device on an image in a medical atlas, for instance, and they can actually see in their space in 3D how that organ works. If it's interior design, the customers can place the furniture in real size in their space. They can modify its color and its features, and when they are done, they can also put it in the basket and purchase it. The other thing that can be helpful is virtual reality. In this case, we wear a headset and we don't see the environment around us. Only the content projected in the glasses will appear in front of our eyes. So the use of virtual reality is really endless, but just to give you a few examples, this can be very well used again in interior design, healthcare, education, entertainment, and in the hotel industry as well. If you are, for example, an accommodation owner, imagine that your travelers can actually walk in the property before traveling there. What difference would that make to your business? And last but not least, we have to mention UX design as well. So everything we do should be done with the UX design in mind. So, but what is UX actually? This is a problem-solving discipline where we identify user problems and we try to build a software or a website that solves them. Great products not just solve user problems, but also generate positive emotions while doing so. So basically, in UX, we solve problems for end users. When we talk about UX, you always have to think of what it feels like using a product. Do you feel smart, confident, you feel in control, you feel trust, or you feel the opposite? So this can be that you don't feel control, you feel stupid, you don't feel confident, and you don't trust the product. So it is very important that when we build a software or a website, it doesn't just solve problems, but will generate positive emotions as well. UX design includes plenty of research, user testing and planning to understand the users and the nature of the problem that we are trying to solve. It's just like building a house, you have to plan it before actually building it. So it is essential that every product, software, and website you make is imbued with UX design. And yeah, I think that's all for today. Let us know if you need any help with any of the mentioned steps in the presentation. At ACODYNA, we are happy to help you. So I just wanted to mention why your name. So COD in ACODYNA is for coding, DYNA is for dynamic, and A is for a new start. So it actually means dynamic coding for a new start. If you would like to give a boost to your business in the digital world, get in touch with me or with my partner, Charlie. So I don't know if we have any questions at the moment. Okay, thank you then.